it's me, Marie-Ève. Look at this beautiful sunset in Peoria, Arizona. How gorgeous is it? So I want to do a little video, a little story time of the time of one of my manifestation, and I will share with you the time my daughter lost her first tooth. So I want to do these little mini storytelling here because I do believe there's a lot of knowledge that will help you in manifesting your dream life and in seeing how you create your reality. I just want to have this beautiful background here. Anyway, so when my daughter was 7, so now she's 9, we went on a cruise ship, Disney cruise ship, and it was amazing. If you have the chance to go on a cruise ship, on a Disney cruise ship, beautiful. So we went on the cruise ship and she started having a wiggly tooth, and she actually lost our first tooth on that boat. And I always say what's meant for us cannot pass us by, and I've been in following the law of attraction since 2018 when I had my spiritual awakening, and I'm sure I met my twin flame. That's when, almost a year after my husband passed away, I met this guy. Everything just, triggered. Anyway, so I discovered the law of attraction and all of this stuff. Beautiful, amazing theory. Anyway, so we're on that boat, and my daughter, so now we're just walking. I'm bringing her, so I'm a single mom, and I was bringing my kids to the kids club. And yes, it was during COVID, so they only had you can bring your kids for a slot of 2 hours per day. And so it was my me time that I was able to go and have do nothing, and just go around as an adult, not just doing the kid stuff. And so we went to the kids club, and then their bathing suits were wet because we just came from the pool. And she said, well, you need to go and change the bathing suit, you need to go and change your clothes. So I was a little upset because I did not change her clothes, and I had to walk from one end of the boat to the other end. And my room was technically 2 floors up, but that door here was closed. So lots of frustration and having to go around and back up. This being said, so we're walking and I'm a little frustrated. My girls are eating ice cream, and Sophie, she's in the middle of the aisle. When we go to our rooms, there's all these doors, and there's this beautiful red carpet, or whatever color it was, and it was super spot clean. I could literally eat off that carpet, how clean it was. And at one point she's walking behind me and Emily, and she's kind of stopped at one point. She's just looking around, and I'm come on, I want my me time, let's go. And she's like, what are you doing? She's like, oh well, I think I lost my tooth. And I'm looking you did. And she was eating an ice cream cone, and she kind of felt something hard, and she just took it and chucked it up, right? And I'm like, you just threw your tooth. So we're there looking around, and I'm not kidding, we looked for 20 minutes. 20 minutes I was looking around for a nice big distance, and I couldn't find it. But inside of me I was like, oh, just my me time. I'm losing time because the time slot was going on. And so I stopped myself and I said, Marie-Ève, remember what the theory is. What's meant for me cannot pass me by. That means if that tooth, and I did say, well girls, if the tooth is meant to come back with us home in Canada, because we're from Canada, if we have to find the tooth again, we will find it. There's no other way around it. What's meant for me cannot pass me by. And the second thing was, how am I going to feel when I find the tooth? Well, so I'm like, oh, well, I would feel joyous and proud because it's our first baby tooth. And I'm like, oh my God, excited. And I said, how are you feeling right now? And I was like, oh, I'm feeling angry, frustrated, impatient. So I was not on the same frequency, the same vibrational frequency. So if you check online, check Google, emotional frequency scale, and you will see all the emotions with a number or a different color, and you'll see the lower emotion sadness, grief, fear, then anger, then resentment, and then frustration. But then after that it goes higher and higher into love, and more fun emotions to go through. And as you go through that, you will see, I was like, man, that tooth is on that frequency, but I'm here. So I could spend 3 hours looking around, let's look. But because I'm on this level here, I cannot see what's over here. So imagine a building, you're taking an elevator, you're going on level 3, but your friend is on level 5. You could spend 5 weeks on level 3 and looking for your friend and never find your friend, right? Because he's on level 5, right waiting for you at the door. So as soon as you open level 5, boom, he's in your face. Same thing with that toot. I was on level of frustration, and the toot was on level of bliss and fun. And so like, we're gonna stop looking for it now. We're gonna go and get changed. I'm bringing you to that kids club, and I'm gonna go and have my me time. And what's meant for me cannot pass me by. We're going to have fun, then we have dinner, and then later on around 11 p.m. we're walking back. It's time to go to bed. We're all exhausted, and then I see a vacuum right there, a vacuum beside a room, and the room attendant is like turning down the room. I'm like, oh, the toot, I mean the vacuum, I mean, he's probably see it. So I'm like, oh sir, excuse me, if you see a toot on the floor while you vacuum, would you mind giving it back to us? It's on that room number. He's like, okay. And I'm not kidding you guys. I like, thank you. I make one step beside the vacuum. I look down. I'm like, no way, no shit. I get down. The toot was there. The toot was there. So what was the chance that I find a tiny baby tiny baby toot in the middle of nowhere? The universe reminded me of the toot. The universe said, I will give you that toot when it's time. I'm even gonna put a big huge sign right here beside it so that you know it's there. I mean, the vacuum was right there beside the toot, right? So this was for me one of the best examples. I tell people in conferences and just in regular story time how what's meant for you cannot pass you by. And because we were just having fun, I was now on that frequency of having fun and everything that came with it. So if you're on the frequency of anger, you are wearing perspective of anger, you're on that building level of anger, you're just gonna attract stuff that makes you angry. As you say, I'm out of this level and I'm going up, and you change how you feel within, you're gonna have to attract whatever you open the door. So if you're on the love vibration, everything you open the door, everything that's a match to love will find you. But remember, everything that's meant for you cannot pass you by. I love you. Follow for more story time. Bye.